is like in the last few years about players that have like played with me or like people that have played with me as a player. And I'm like, really? Like, what does that even look like? I'm like, how is my shooting percentage? Because I feel like I didn't shoot well in the WNBA, you know? It's incredible. And I think that I'm so glad that 2K is putting dollars behind the women's side. When do you ever go outside to a park and you see, you know, a young boy wearing a
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The post-pair form will be Vanderbilt and Ayton. Reeves in at shooting guard. James is the small forward. And it's quickly in at the one spot. And for the Warriors, we've got Stephen Curry. Quentin Post is out there with Butler. Then there's Dixon. And it's Thompson in at the three spot. Hurtling down the home stretch of this season, Greg, what do you make of potential first-round series in this postseason?
Well, there's certainly some matchups that I think plenty of fans would love to see. But we still have a bit of time for things to kind of fall into place. That's what makes this time of year so exciting.
So the Lakers win the tip. Reeves outside. Quickly the pass to Reeves. That's tipped. Pass to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
How about the speed there from Butler? Just a knack for knowing where to run in transition.
Quickly the bounce pass. Here's Reeves, guarded by Dixon. Reeves gets the bucket.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Before long, we were talking about LeBron James. He said, he's a focus for us tonight. Absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. So the Lakers call timeout, their first. Want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Not just forcing mistakes, but converting them into buckets on the other end. Great controlled aggression from their D in that game.
Now, here's Quickly. He's coming off a 25-point game against Oklahoma City.
He was a menace on defense as well, managing 3 steals. See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
RJ, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, he is definitely a tone setter.
Yeah, Kevin, on the court and in the locker room, this man is tenacious. He lets you know exactly what he's thinking. Teams fear him, and sometimes his teammates do as well.
Good on both. RJ, there were questions about the 2 timeline approaching Golden State, but some of those young guys have made a difference.
And some haven't. But those team-friendly contracts of those younger players, that's one advantage. And a way to keep that energetic talent around their young stars.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Steph does as good a job as any player as using himself for a decoy and finding the teammate.
Here's Reeves. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. To the middle. 2 on the clock. Lets it go from 14. The rebound by Post. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking. And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And once he got to
At
the
the line
10,
for the
I think
Lakers,
he was surprised to find
Jared
himself
Vanderbilt.
that wide
At
open.
the line for
Easy
one.
possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Baseline try, and there the Warriors now with another bucket.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Vanderbilt. The rebound by Post. Post has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Curry kicks to Butler. Here's Dixon. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. 4 on the shot clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Dixon's got 8.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
Reeves the pass to Ayton. Curry against Reeves. And Vanderbilt now top of the key. James in the post. Over Thompson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Pass to Post. Butler against Vanderbilt. Here's Dixon from outside the arc. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Bounce pass from Reeves. Here's Vanderbilt. Some solid defense from Butler. Warriors leading by 12. Down low, Curry banked in off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. Connects
Jared
from three-point
Vanderbilt.
range. He's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Butler, and he gets it to go.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Lakers trail by 13. Pass to LeBron. Here's quickly, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, another nice bucket
Shooting
down
for Los
low.
Angeles.
They've really been able to work
Quickly
the ball into the
at the
post
line for one.
effectively here so far.
A free throw drops for quickly. Warriors leading by 10. Butler passes to Dixon. And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Warriors making the shot. And it's LeBron missing.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Thompson finds Butler. Here's Dixon beyond the arc. Good, and Butler gets the assist. 16 points for Smooth.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect
Timeout call
from
for
the
the
field,
Lakers.
literally.
And the Lakers call time here. Last time they lost to the Warriors.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Let's hear it, fans.
Smart's checked in for Vanderbilt. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at New York. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
I think for the Warriors, they've simply been on fire lately, ripping off 5 straight wins to help maintain that #1 spot. And with each additional victory, they're becoming more and more confident.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 17. Looking to end the run, and James throws it down.
Bron dunked that like he was angry. Is he okay? Man, he got the table shaking over here.
Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Curry passes to Dixon. And the Warriors, another 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Reeves with it, guarded by Curry. Bounce pass from Reeves, and Ayton throws it down.
Gotta love the aggressiveness. Ayton is locked in.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Dixon. Shoots the 3. Connects again from distance.
And with every three-pointer made now, he comes closer to that top spot.
You know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance.
Well, Curry's high mark of 402 is so far ahead of the rest of the field, but he's got a good chance to come close to it the way he's been shooting. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
And it's LeBron missing.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Launches it. And another 3 for Golden State.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
Now, here's Quickly. He's guarded closely, does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. From deep three-point land, the long-distance 3 is buried. And that's now 30 points for Smooth.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Reeves with it, guarded by Curry. Now Smart. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Dixon passes to Curry. Here's Dixon. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Pass to Kleba. On the wing quickly. And nothing is falling for him right now. Quickly's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Dixon. And the Warriors, another 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Kleba, the pass to Quickly. Floats one up with the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need.
And again for 3.
Nails it and is now even for the record.
Hard to believe, isn't it? His next shot from range will move him into the top spot all time for threes in a season.
And he didn't come all this way just to tie the record. I can promise you that 403 is the goal.
6 to shoot. Here's Connect. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, Connect is not just a shooter. He's got the strength to handle that interior contact.
Good. Another from 3.
And who thought it couldn't be done? That 3 moving them into history.
You can feel it as soon as he left his hand. He is the king of the 3 and now stands alone at the top of the list.
And back in 2016, Curry had a year that I don't think anyone
could match
Warriors call
until now. 402 no longer the high mark for threes in the season. The era of the long ball is truly upon him. And he's put on a show from long range. And boy, he has done this all season.
And the fans, Greg, letting him know how much they appreciate his amazing touch.
And he's just dialed in at an unprecedented rate. One of the greatest, if not the greatest floor stretchers we have ever seen.
And the Warriors making a change here. Podziemski's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Laravia's checked in. Here's Dixon, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
First personal foul, second team foul.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Dixon, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Dixon. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Gannett finds quickly. Nice defense from Kuminga.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Kuminga on the follow.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now, here's Quickly. He's covered by Dixon. Tries again, and it's Quickly missing. And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points.
23.
The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And in addition, their three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Horford is out there with Kuminga. Then there's Dixon. Then there's Brandon Podziemski and Richard. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Smooth in their last game against the Kings was all business. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to take over.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Thompson is checked in for the Warriors.
Klay Thompson.
Here is the 2K leaderboard.
Substitution on the court.
Completely new 5 on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Hayes. LeBron comes in for Vanderbilt. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jake LaRavia. And quickly in for Dalton Knecht.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Kept alive. The shot's good from LeBron.
James.
He's had a rough start to this game, and that's being nice. But he's gotten back on track here in the second.
Here's Dixon. Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Quickly the pass to Smart. Butler against LeBron. Pass to Quickly. Good, and the assist goes to James. Quickly's got 5 points so far.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Butler passes to Dixon. From the arc. The Lakers with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Smart. LA's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4.
And Smart keeps the offense connected. Just does a great job of making sure they have a nice flow.
Here's Dixon. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
GA, you hear about 3 level scores, but is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Heaton inside, guarded by Smart.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Dixon.
2 minutes.
What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. It's rebounded by Quickly. And Los Angeles guys shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Smart passes to Quickly. Here's Reeves, defended by Moody.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Lakers shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. The shot by Kleba, wide open. Los Angeles with another miss.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Here's Reeves, defended by Moody. Reeves the pass to Smart. Can they get it? And it's blocked. They're running, pushing it up. And it's blocked. And that one, good.
Without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Dixon. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Smart. Reeves left side.
Golden State foul.
Clearly a foul.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one is off.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
And he sinks the second. Here's Dixon. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break.